offered up a sauna sesh.
Sometimes it's good to slow down, go to the sauna, take an ice bath, and then find a solution.
If you could convince President Trump to go to the sauna, I think we'll have achieved something.
From golf diplomacy to sauna diplomacy.
Why not? Isn't it hilarious listening to Europeans lecture us about a land grab when Europe colonized the entire world? Now they change the rules after they lost their power and empire? What Europe doesn't understand is that Greenland is an island in North America. You hear that? North America. And we have dominion over the entire Western Hemisphere. Europeans can't just have colonies right off the coast of Maine. We let the British have Bermuda because it's cute. But if we needed Bermuda, we'd take it. And the British would let it happen. Why is Denmark being so selfish? We bought the Virgin Islands from Denmark 100 years ago. We didn't want Germany to get a foothold in our hemisphere. At first, Denmark said no. And then we said, all right, well, we're going to just take it anyway, so you might as well just sell it. And they did. Why are the Europeans siding with Denmark over the United States? They made a very big mistake when they sent 34 soldiers to defend Greenland from us. 34. Trump was not happy.
How far are you willing to go to acquire Greenland?
You'll find out.
We've had our eye on Greenland for the last 200 years. After Andrew Johnson bought Alaska, he was drooling over the island. Truman tried to buy Greenland for $100 million. He made the offer in gold. Do you have any idea how much gold would be worth today? And let's not forget who protected Greenland when Denmark couldn't during World War II when they were conquered by Germany. We did. And we gave it back after the war. We made the Europeans give back all their colonies, but we let the Danes keep Greenland. We're too nice. What the Europeans don't understand is we're negotiating for its return, whether they like it or not.
Can I bring you back to Greenland?
No. It's unnecessary. It's the Western Hemisphere is vital for the United States of America. Our national security people are on it, and they care about it, and I'm going to leave it to them.
America will always secure its interests militarily and economically. We've purchased land from France and Russia. We've seized it from Spain and the Brits. When the world changes, we change. Globalism's dead. COVID killed it. We need shipping lanes, supply chains, and minerals to win the AI race, and the Golden Dome to protect us from enemy missiles. And we're not going to wait for the Chinese to poach the biggest island in the world right on our doorstep.
I think the president is worried that if there were an incursion into Greenland, the U.S. would be called upon to defend Greenland. Greenland's becoming more and more attractive for foreign conquest, and he very strongly believes that it must be part of the United States to prevent a conflict rather than getting the U.S. engaged in ex post into a hot conflict.
America is not going to invade Greenland. There's only 57,000 people there. It's not even necessary. It's just a bunch of native villagers on the coastline. Greenland's a sitting duck, and the Europeans aren't doing anything about it because they can't. Denmark doesn't have the money to develop it or defend it, and they won't even build roads to connect the towns. Denmark, in fact, is in violation of their NATO treaty obligations. All members must be able to defend their territory, and a few dog sleds won't cut it. And Denmark lied to us. They told Trump in 2019 they'd spend $200 million beefing up their defenses on the island, but they only spent $2 million. They just bought some binoculars. An enormous undefended island in North America, rich with military minerals, is a gaping hole in NATO. So why aren't the Europeans playing ball? Help us, help you. Denmark falls under the American security umbrella. Why wouldn't they want to make that umbrella bigger and stronger, like a golf umbrella? Canada, of all places, has gotten a free ride for decades. Guess whose side they're on?
On Arctic sovereignty, we stand firmly with Greenland and Denmark and fully support their unique right to determine Greenland's future. The middle powers must act together because if we're not at the table, we're on the menu.
Sounds like Canada's siding with China and Russia and Denmark against the United States. Looks like Greenland from the North Pole, pretty close to Russia. Russia's right in our backyard. Greenland stands right in between. If Russia fires missiles from air, sea, or land, we need Greenland to knock those missiles down early. What do you think happens if America gets peppered with missiles? The Europeans have to say bye-bye to daddy. That means they'll be speaking Russian and probably Chinese. We can't rely on a small European kingdom to protect the great United States of America. Could you imagine if the Chinese put military bases in Greenland? You think the Cuban Missile Crisis got a little hairy? Just wait. It would be completely unacceptable.